How are you today? It's Melissa with Hang In There. Today, I want to share something deeply personal with you. I've been struggling badly with something that holds far more power over me than it ever should have. Have any of you ever felt so terrified by a specific trigger that it made you want to hide from the world? So overwhelmed that at times you didn't even want to leave your house? Because no matter where you went, it felt like it followed you? Every survivor carries fears they never asked for. Fears that were forced into their lives without permission. For me, one of those fears has a name, a face, and a soundtrack. As part of my trauma therapy, I've decided to bring you into the reality of what a PTSD trigger truly looks and feels like. This is not the version people joke about, and it is not the word that gets tossed around. This is the real thing, the kind that takes over your body, the kind that steals your breath, the kind that freezes you in place or pushes you into panic. I want to be clear. I am suffering along with countless other survivors because no one intervened when it mattered. And this is the result. This level of trauma, this level of fear, this level of complexity. I honestly believed I would never be able to face it, so I didn't even try. But right now, I realize that I'm just as exhausted from running from it as I would be from confronting it. So I've made a decision. I'm choosing to stop running. What I'm sharing is real. It is raw. It is honest. It is exposure therapy happening in real time. And the only way I could stomach it was to write through it. So I did. Trigger. I never truly knew the power of that word until nearly 3 years ago. I may never have heard it used in the correct context before that day in my therapist's office. My life took another drastic turn that day. I was given another fight to fight. After all I'd done to help myself, I felt so defeated. I can still feel that at this moment, as if it were yesterday. It felt as if he still had control over my life. I felt intruded upon, as if he could always find me. Why couldn't I ever get far enough away? It was so frustrating because I genuinely thought I had everything under control before the panic attacks, the nausea, the flashbacks, the nightmares. I thought I was moving on with my life, the life I wanted to live, free from abuse, from mind games, from constant unpredictability. I really thought I was going to be free. I didn't notice the subtle signs that my body was trying to give me. Wow, I haven't said those words together. You have sung them. I've heard them too often. That was tough to say out loud. Those words have been used against me. They are your words, but they are his too. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to forget, and honestly, I did a really good job. I avoided everything that made me uncomfortable. My life was full of brand new experiences. I moved far away from the bad memories and the familiar faces. What I didn't realize then was that my brain was taking care of me the whole time. It had always done such an incredible job protecting me, and I'm really grateful for that. I know what this kind of therapy demands from me, so what I'm about to do is terrifying. I'm sitting in bed with my cats. My computer is on my lap. My door is closed. Honestly, it feels like there should be a big yellow and black "Do Not Enter" sign hanging on it. I want to be alone. This is my battle to fight. And unfortunately, no one can do it for me. My water bottle is on my nightstand. I have a roll of paper towels next to me. I am anticipating and dreading how this is going to play out. I'm anxious. I'm shaking. I'm so frustrated and sad. But I also know this is part of taking my power back. I have to do this if I want to live my life free from the control you still hold over me. My name is Melissa. You don't know me, but I feel as if I have known you for far too long. I feel as if I was forced into knowing you. We didn't start off on the best of terms, to put it mildly. You don't know it, but you've been a part of the worst periods of my life. I've been avoiding you for years, and now, by choice, I will face you. You are one of my worst PTSD triggers. Your voice, your face, your music. I'm currently looking at pictures of you for the first time in years, and my heart is racing. My chest is tight. I'm shaking. I feel nauseous, sick, and I've spent less than 10 seconds looking. When I look at you, I see anger, violence, and fear. I look at you for just seconds, and I feel sadness, isolation, a lack of control. I feel as I did for years, like I was a shell of a person, like I was trapped. I feel all of this in just seconds. I felt as though I had to listen to your music. Turning it off was never an option. When I see your picture now, it drags me straight back into that life. I see myself the way I existed then. I can see myself hovering above my own body, watching things unfold, dissociating to survive. I was living under immense pressure. Pressure to keep him happy. Pressure to keep my kids safe and the chaotic home calm. Pressure to hold myself together and endure it when everything in me wanted to run far away. My preferences weren't my own. I felt pressure to like you, to like your music, and I didn't. I'm looking at you on my computer screen and I'm crying. I'm having trouble writing because my hands are shaking. My stomach hurts. I can't feel my legs. I cannot feel my feet. I feel all kinds of intense feelings and I'm trying to articulate them. My brain cannot think. The mind-body connection is not there. I need a break. The truth is, I don't like you. I don't like how you look because it reminds me of him and the worst years of my life. I don't like how you sound because when I hear you scream, I hear him scream. And that sound makes my whole body shake. It makes me nauseous. Sometimes it makes me want to vomit. When I see you, I see him. When I hear you, I hear him. And I don't know how to make it stop. It is torturous. Why won't it stop? I'm looking at pictures of you, focusing on the happy ones, the ones where you are smiling, where you are not looking as angry. I'm trying to desensitize myself because this trigger is one of the worst I have. And unfortunately, it's you. It is not your fault. Desensitization is supposed to help me. I've been in therapy every week for years, and you are the therapy that I never wanted to face. You are the one that I've avoided. And now I can't put it off any longer. My life and my progress are held up because of you. I do not want to do this work, but I have to, for me, for the ability to take my life back. There's a look in your eyes that I've seen too many times before. They look out of control. They look threatening. They look as if they will accuse me, mock and harass me, hurt me. I am afraid of you. But maybe, in all fairness, those eyes I'm seeing aren't yours. That is possible. Maybe I'm blaming you by association. I see you and I see him, and that is not your fault. But it is very real. I just want to get past it. I don't want him to have this control over me anymore, and it seems that I can't go out to eat or shopping or to weddings or to work without you intruding on my day, my space, and my life. So I'm choosing to work on this so you no longer have any power over me, so he doesn't have control over me anymore. When I hear you sing, I hear the screaming that I've experienced for so many years. I hear it and I know it's not your fault, but you were there during those years. You were right by him through it all. And that is why I feel I don't like you. You made things worse. You were with him. You were there. And you didn't help me. You represented anger, and you made me feel trapped. You were in the car when it was racing down the highway, and I had no way out. You were playing then so loud, while I was terrified for my children and for myself, trapped in those trucks. You were screaming, while he was screaming. Yours were the words he used to hurt me. You were the music that filled that angry house. Your songs played instead of the music I wanted, in the good moments and the bad ones. But I can't remember the good ones at all. My time, my life back then, is tainted. And you were there. I see your t-shirt on a random person and it scares me. I see it as threatening, as angry, and I look away, pretending to be unfazed, pretending not to judge. I don't know them. They haven't done anything to me. Does that make me awful? I don't feel awful. I am surviving. When I hear your music, I recognize it immediately. Within seconds, my body knows, long before my mind does. And there's never enough time to escape. I can't get away fast enough. I cannot control my body's response to the sound of your voice, the sound of your music, the guitar, the screaming. It makes me want to cover my ears and run like a frightened child. I feel powerless, like I felt all of those years. And I was not and am not a child. I hate that your voice has this effect on me, and I know it isn't your fault. Not any more than it's mine. In therapy, I've been trying to say your name out loud. I've been trying to say the band's name out loud. It is so difficult. It is terrifying. The feeling I get in my body is sickening. Confusing. It feels as if I'm battling and losing it. It exhausts me. When I'm asked to speak it, I feel like I'm somehow losing. Like I'm giving you credit, maybe, I don't know. giving him credit. I feel like I'm acknowledging you, the music, him, and I don't want to. I hear the name of your band, and I hear him chanting it out loud in a very specific way, and I cannot stand to hear it. I never want to hear that again. I feel as if I will never unhear it. Will that thought and memory ever go away? I know if I can say them, it will eventually help me. Once again, I'm forced to feel pain to heal. I'm forced to feel pain so I can have my life back. Why is this the process? Why is this fair? I did not deserve this. But I will do it because I've worked so hard to get my life back. You are one of the most powerful triggers I must deal with. You, Axl Rose. Writing your name is not easy. Because when I think of you, your band, I think of him. And then I think of that life. That life I worked so incredibly hard to escape from. And it brings it all back. I can't breathe, I can't think, and I want to run far away. But I can't go far, and wherever I go, you find me. Like him. I'm staring at the name of your band. I see it written, and I react. I cannot control it. I've only said it once in many years, and it was coached out of me in therapy. I was told it was quite an accomplishment. But really? Is it? My therapist called it a first step. She said it was a big one. Do you know just how much pain your music causes me? I know you probably never intended to hurt anyone with your music. If things were different, I would admit out loud that I think you are talented. If your music hadn't been tied to so much pain for me, I think I might have actually liked some of it. How does music bring a person back to a specific time, moment, or memory? How does a scream derail a life? Why does it have to be yours? There are certain phrases that you sing that I cannot stand to think about, but that I cannot unhear. These words were repeated to me over and over to make everything seem like it was my fault, to twist things, to confuse me, to make what was not okay look like it was okay. He used your lyrics as part of the manipulation, and that's why I don't like you. But that makes me feel like a terrible person because I do not know you. I've been told to try to get to know you from where I am. That maybe this will allow me to separate you from him. Maybe understanding you will allow me to see things differently. So I'll try. I'm supposed to remind myself that you are different than him. So, obviously, you have a different name. Your name is Axl Rose. You had long hair. You are average in height. You are a stranger. But not really. If what I'm reading is true, it seems that you've had a tough life. You had a bad father. 2 of them, actually. You were abused. I am so sorry. You didn't deserve that. You were just a child. You were trapped and had no way out. I understand. That isn't fair. That makes me feel sad for you. You are a person too. Like me, you probably made the best out of your situation. You suffered. You pretended. Maybe you protected your younger siblings. If you did, I can admire the courage it took. I'm reading, and I see the writing. Welcome to the jungle. Just reading that makes my heart race, and it sends my body back in time. Sweet Child of Mine comes next. That song, that one hits even harder. I don't even remember why it affects me so deeply. The guitar feels loud, sharp, and angry to me. It screams. There's no easing into it. And that sound takes me straight back into the chaos of my old life. This song is everywhere. Gyms, restaurants, weddings, everywhere. Sometimes it feels like it's following me on purpose. When this song comes on, I cannot think. I shake. I cry within seconds. And the part of my brain that protects me kicks in. I have no control. I cannot use the skills that I've learned in therapy until my logical brain catches up. Do you understand how tough it is to give this a chance? Maybe you do. Maybe you understand exactly what I'm experiencing. If you do, I really am so sorry. But now I'm trying something different. I'm trying to understand the words instead of the memories. And I don't think they're angry. Are you loving someone? Are you finding comfort in a saved childhood memory through a person you love? Do you want to shield her from pain? Is this person you speak of your safe space? It is hard for me to think of you as a loving person. It is difficult for me to separate you from the angry person that I have pictured in my mind. But I am trying. Because this song, the one that haunts me everywhere, might feel different if I can see you differently. Maybe if I understand what you were actually saying, I can turn this song around in my mind. Right now, I'm looking at the video link for this song online. I can just push the button and listen to it. It's that easy. But I'm terrified. My therapist has told me that I can change the channel, that I can stop it when I've had enough. But I've already had enough. I've had more than enough. I'm tired of talking to DJs at weddings and asking them not to play your songs. I'm exhausted from running out of dinners to cry in the car. I am so tired. It is another level of exhaustion. Somehow I think you understand. Well, I've prepared for this as much as anyone can. I'm going to push a button. I heard the first note. It started in my hands like it always does. That tingling. It is very specific, moving fast like a demon scratching its nails through my body, burning a trail as it goes. It hurts. It spreads through my whole body down through my feet. And then everything goes numb. I'm crying. I'm exhausted. The volume is only at 4. But that is enough for now. I've never done this to myself, provoked this on purpose. It feels like a betrayal of my own body. But I do have control over this. I have control over the button, over the song that's playing. Hearing your voice haunts me. It is not your fault. But the music is not angry. The screaming guitar immediately brings me to a horrible place. I can hear him singing. I can picture it. I feel sick. I just want to forget. The only way around this is through it. The video has typed lyrics. That helps. I'm reading your words. I don't think that you're angry, but it still feels angry to me. It feels violent in my body, in my brain. It feels unsafe, no matter what the words actually say. I wonder if you've ever had to work through a trigger yourself. If you've ever had something send your body into panic, even when your mind knew you weren't in danger. Because this is what a PTSD trigger feels like. This is what survivors of abuse live with. And it isn't fair. How can someone hurt others and then go on living their life as if nothing happened? While we're left carrying the pain, carrying the aftermath, carrying the cost of what they did. Sometimes it feels it will be so much easier never to leave the house, to know that I could control my environment, the music I hear, and the people I see. But that isn't living. That is just a different form of isolation, and I deserve to have my life back. I need to stop the music. 3 minutes, 55 seconds. Baby steps. I feel as if my body is out of control when I hear your music. I'm supposed to feel the feelings, but man, it is so much easier to dissociate and block it all out completely. I am really fighting to stay present. I'm trying to figure out what it will take for me to be present enough to use my skills in these situations. I don't know you as a person, but I do know this. Survivors rarely disclose the full extent of what they went through, and I've read about your experiences. If you shared that much publicly, I have to assume there was even more, probably worse than what you revealed. Did you learn unhealthy coping mechanisms too, just to survive? I am very sorry. You have lived through terribly painful moments, years, and experiences that you did not deserve. I feel for you. My heart aches for you. Even though I have bad associations with you, I am aware that none of it was your fault. You are not him. What will it take for me to see you as a person, separate and safe from me? I don't know. I need to stop here. I can't go on. My nervous system was shot. I couldn't go any further that day. I had to stop. I needed a couple of days to regulate, to process, and decompress. I had to remind myself that I am safe and let the intensity settle before I could continue. This is so incredibly draining. My body and mind are exhausted. I knew this was going to be very hard, but every part of me felt heavy and overstimulated. It became physically painful. I was told to stop when I felt pain, so I did. I also can't expect to spend 3 hours with you one day and somehow cure myself. That isn't realistic. Coming back to this now is terrifying, but it's also a choice I'm making for myself. I'm choosing to keep going, but with a different approach. I'm going to cook. I'm going to use my hands to engage my senses and follow a recipe while listening. I want to build new associations with your music, to link it to moments that are safe, ordinary, and gentle. I want to create new pathways in my brain. I'm with my husband and my pets. We are in a small hotel kitchenette. We're making dinner, and the computer is playing a shuffled mix of songs. Yours are included. I don't know which songs will come on or when. It feels a bit like Russian roulette, but I'm told it will help me. I'm nervous, a bit heightened. But I know that I can change the channel or turn off the song at any point. I am in control. I can do this. I have to practice. I did not go through Tuesday for nothing. I got through Sweet Child of Mine okay. I cried but used some skills and kept cooking. I'm okay. The song after it was a happy one that I like and am familiar with. Welcome to the Jungle came on and it was worse. I turned it off midway through. It was a live version, and you started the song with a well-known scream. You know which one. It threw me off. Bad memory. I couldn't separate you from him, and it made listening to the song unbearable. This is a hit to my confidence. I was feeling proud of my response to Sweet Child of Mine. Then this. Typical PTSD. Maybe I need to read the lyrics first. I think understanding what you are singing about will help me see things differently. Right now, I think that song is angry. I wasn't in the headspace to really listen. To me, it represents the chaos of my former life, the jungle of unpredictability, the sudden mood swings, and the volatility that defined those years. I felt unsafe listening to that song. I felt the loneliness of that life, the isolation, the sadness of knowing I still had time to serve. I knew there was no safe way out. That life was so hard. I had to be strong so my kids wouldn't see me crack. I shut down everything I was feeling because if I let myself feel the truth of what I was living through, I would have terrified them. And I might not have made it through with my sanity intact. The only thing that carried me through those years was hope. I never lost that. Maybe I was lucky, or maybe I was unknowingly insightful, but I always knew that I would get out. I always knew that I would get my life back. I'm sweating everywhere. I'm crying. It helps to write. I don't understand what you were saying. I need to understand. I am finished for today. I've reached my limit. I had to stop again. I needed another couple days to let my body settle and give my mind a break. The fear, the sweating, the crying, it literally takes everything out of me. I needed space before I could come back. Now that I'm trying again, I can feel the shift. Something is loosening. It's a bit motivating. I'm listening again, and the therapy is working. I'm getting less affected by the sound of your voice. I can see you a bit more as a person, separate. I want to see you as Axl Rose and not as him. I'm tired of sweating through every song. I'm tired of the endless crying and of wanting to scream right along with you. I have cried through your music until I had nothing left. I have completely exhausted myself. I've realized that the only way to stop reacting to you is to keep hearing you. Your voice, the screams, the guitars, not constantly, but enough for my nervous system to learn that I'm no longer in danger. It won't make the feelings or memories disappear, but it might make them bearable. It might allow me to move through the world without the constant fear of hearing you. I just want to function like a normal person again. I want to live my life without constantly feeling like I have to run away from you. I have spent too many years being afraid, and honestly, I'm done with it. And the truth is, I don't think you ever intended to scare me. I want to beat this, and I will. I am a survivor. I've done unbelievably hard things in my life, and I refuse to let this stop me from living my life to its fullest. I will learn to endure your voice. I will build the strength. He took so much of my life from me, and I will not give him anything else. And slowly, right now, I can feel you separating from him. I see you. I hear you. And maybe one day I won't see his face when I look at yours. And I won't hear his screams when I hear yours. I will make sure of that. Please become your own person to me. I want you to be different. I want to be able to like you. Because I really feel as though the joy of your music was stolen from me. Just as the years were, just as my identity was, just as my experiences were. And I want every single one of them back. I have learned that I'm not afraid of you because of who you are. I am afraid of you because of who he was. And today, right now, I get to define who you are to me, not him. You are Axl Rose. You are no longer the Guns N' Roses soundtrack that once terrified me. You are no longer something he used to hurt me. You are just a man. And I am a survivor who has fought another battle, and I will rise from this one too. In this episode, I talk about my personal trauma history, including triggers connected to the music and voice of Axl Rose and the band Guns N' Roses. These references are used only to describe my own lived experience and trauma response. Nothing in this episode suggests or implies any wrongdoing by these individuals.